A stranger begged for his life. Then a priest stepped forward. Take me instead. 10 men locked in to starve, and the cell filled with singing. His name was Maximilian Kolbe, and he was a Polish friar. As a boy, he was so wild his mother once asked him what would become of him. He said he had a dream. Mary offered him 2 crowns, one white and one red, white for purity and red for martyrdom. He said he wanted both. He grew up to build the largest monastery in the world near Warsaw. Nearly 800 friars, a printing press reaching 1 million readers. Then, in September 1939, Germany invaded Poland. Kolbe knew what was coming. He sent most of his friars home. Then he opened the monastery gates. They took in refugees, thousands of them. 2,000 were Jews. He hid them, fed them, and kept printing the truth about the occupation. In February 1941, the Gestapo came for him. They shipped him to a place whose name still stops a room. Auschwitz. He became prisoner 16670. They gave him the heaviest work and beat him for being a priest. He heard confessions in whispers. He gave away his food. Prisoners said he behaved as if he were somewhere else entirely. Then, in July, a prisoner from his block escaped. The camp had a rule for that. For every man who ran, 10 men from his block would be starved to death. The commander walked the line and pointed, you, and you. The 10th man chosen was a sergeant named Franciszek Gajowniczek, and he broke. My wife, he cried, my children. Nobody moved. Nobody ever moved. Then a small, thin priest stepped out of the ranks. Guards did not tolerate that. Stepping forward meant a bullet. The commander asked him what he wanted. I am a Catholic priest, he said. I would like to take his place. He gave one reason. The sergeant had a family, and he did not. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then the commander said one word. Accepted. They marched the 10 men to the starvation bunker. No food, no water, a concrete room, and time. Those cells were normally filled with screaming. This one filled with singing. Kolbe led in prayer and hymns, day after day. A guard later said, you could hear it through the whole building, one by one. The men died. Kolbe was still praying over them. After 2 weeks, 4 were left. He was one of them. They needed the cell, so they killed him with an injection. He is said to have lifted his own arm for the needle. He died on the 14th of August, 1941. But this is not where the story ends. Franciszek Gajowniczek survived Auschwitz. He walked out and he found his wife. He lived 53 more years and died at 93. He spent them telling anyone who would listen what a stranger did for him, in a place built to prove that no one would ever step forward. but one man did. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. He did it for a man he never met. Who would you step forward for? Send this to someone who needs to see it.